Hello there, Brick Fanatics. It's time for a quick little review for some quick little Lego sets. These are Lego Rides, part of the Lego City theme. They are a new experiment that the Lego group is trying with little, small, chunky builds that don't necessarily follow the standard scale that you would see of a Lego City vehicle. I absolutely adore these. You can clearly see what gap in the market the Lego group is aiming to fill here. If you look at the instructions for these little sets, they've got the kind of literal hand-holding that you will often see in a 4+ set, where it shows you, okay, get these bricks in this hand, get these bricks in this hand, now put them together. So these are very much aimed at a very young audience who are maybe experiencing Lego for the first time, maybe transitioning away from Duplo and into something a little bit more complicated. Unlike the 4+ sets, these have more pieces to them. The pieces are a little bit smaller, a little bit more fiddly, they require a little bit more dexterity, but it's very clear that these sets are designed for that very young Lego fan that is still kind of finding their feet with the Lego system for the first time. This is a scale that we haven't seen from City in the past. If I take the top off of here and you have a look inside, you will see we don't have a minifigure driving this vehicle. We instead have a little baby minifigure using the head mold that was first used for the baby astronaut. Now we've got it in a variety of different colors, and what this means is we've got smaller little vehicles here, things that can be zoomed around by a 5-year-old, but also sets that are going to really appeal to anybody who's a little bit older who loves collecting baby minifigures. That's a nice segue into talking about what it's like to build these things as an adult, because it turns out if you put a lot of care and attention into designing a Lego set that is going to appeal to someone who has never used Lego before or who has limited experience putting together Lego bricks, it's also going to be fun for someone who has a lot more experience. We have designs here that are, yes, very simple, very small builds, but there's something just so charming about the way they go together, the chunky design to them, and the almost nostalgic feel of building a Lego set which is using the fewest possible parts in the smartest possible way. Oftentimes when we talk about Lego nostalgia, we talk about particular factions that return. We talk about familiar color schemes or things that in some way remind us of the specific Lego sets that we had when we were younger. But here the nostalgia that I felt was less tied to a specific theme, a specific color scheme, or a specific design of a print, and was more all about just the sense of fun that you get from building something which is a bit more simple, but which has been designed to go together in a satisfying way and last once it is constructed. These feel like a nostalgic throwback to the Lego sets that I had as a child because they're not overly complicated, they're not filled with little details, but they're just genuinely really solid designs. These little boxes do help with that, I will say as well. Like, it's nice to have a little build, something which isn't massive, something which reminds me of the kinds of Lego sets that I could afford with my pocket money when I was 6 or 7 or 8 years old myself. I could go on and give you more thoughts on these. I could pick out a favourite. I could say this, that, or the other works very well, and this, that, or the other doesn't necessarily work very well. But I think basically the message of this video, straightforward and simple as it might be, is that good design never goes out of style. These feel like the kinds of really cool little Lego builds that you used to get back in the day, but in an updated modern form, and I love them for that. No, these are not necessarily the biggest, grandest Lego sets that I've put together this year. They're not necessarily the showstoppers that really grab the eye when you're looking at a display, but for what they are trying to achieve, I think they absolutely nail the kind of design for young children that appeals also to Lego fans of any age, no matter how old or young they might be. What do you think of these Rides sets? Let us know in the comments down below, and do all of the rest of the YouTube things. Give this video a thumbs up and hit subscribe and the notification bell. If you're going to be making any Lego.com purchases in the near future, make sure that you use the affiliate link in the description or the QR code that is currently on screen. They take you straight to the Lego website and we get a percentage of the sale when you purchase through those links. Doesn't cost you a penny extra, helps to keep the lights on at Brick Fanatics. Speaking of which, you can go to brickfanatics.com for coverage of all things Lego, and you can sign up to our newsletter so that you never miss anything Lego related ever again. Thank you very much for watching and have a wonderful day.